This is the Alignment Power Hour, where we step into the version of you that your brand requires. I hope that you guys are doing good today. I'm in great spirits. Please comment down the name of your brand and also what you do. I want to make sure that everyone gets the visibility that they deserve. And maybe in the comment section, if you're not following someone and you see that they offer something that you're interested in, then you can tune in to that. Let's get into it. So we're going to talk about why your content isn't growing. How many of you have found yourself being inconsistent when it comes to posting on social media? By inconsistent, I mean that you take more breaks than you should. How many of you post only when you feel good, but you don't have an actual strategy as to what you're posting? This used to be me. I'm not Miss Perfect over here. This definitely used to be me. I used to only show up on social media when I was in a good mood. I didn't used to have an actual strategy. Shout out to Candy Treats. Shout out to the Honey Method. Shout out to all of you ladies. We're going to talk about 3 truths as to why your content isn't growing. And I'm going to also share more information about some mindset shifts that can help you to do better. So the first truth I'm going to share with you is that, and by the way, y'all going to hear Rello, because Rello, he just always has to make an appearance to everything that I do. All right, the first truth is that your content can only grow to the level of clarity you have about who you are. Now, what does this look like? So if you're someone who's posting randomly, that means that 1, you're lacking a content strategy. Also, with what I just shared, you only post when you feel like it. And to go a little bit deeper, you're probably posting when your audience isn't online. How many of you know how to read your analytics to know when's the best time to post online? That's a good question to ask, because I didn't realize how many people were unaware of the value in social media analytics. But when you know when your audience is online, that will help you to strategize about the type of content you want to post and the best times to post it. And what good is it to spend a few hours filming a video to post at 10 a.m. when your audience is not really online until 5 p.m. in a day? Do you know how overly saturated the algorithm gets with different videos and posts? Do you know how quick the algorithm is actually moving? Whenever we're posting on social media, we are literally fighting against the algorithm. It is all a game. So if you know the best time to post, then that's going to put you ahead of everyone else, right? How do I check that? So on Facebook, it's a little different. Vivi, I can show you directly, but if I remember correctly, when you go into your professional dashboard on Facebook, or let's say you're scheduling a post for Facebook, when you're in the metaverse, well, the meta version of it, as you're creating the post that you want to schedule, it will have the active times listed. So go to your professional dashboard, check active times, and you'll see when your audience is most active. Someone asked me the other day, what's the best time to post? I always say it really depends on your audience. It really does, because for me, I'm going to use Instagram, for example. For me, the best times to post on Instagram is most likely 12 p.m., 3 p.m., or 6 p.m. Sometimes it's 9 a.m., but it really depends on the day. But for most of the days out of the week, it is 12 p.m. That is why you guys will see me posting majority of my videos at that time, because I know that my audience is either 1, on their lunch break, they're getting their dopamine in by scrolling, right? Or 2, depending on what type of lifestyle you have, you're probably just now getting settled in, and this is the time that you usually get on Instagram to scroll a little bit. But I make sure I post when my audience is active, because it puts me in the running for the algorithm. All right, so keep that in mind. Another point is that you haven't defined your message. You have a brand, right? But do you serve a purpose? Why should people follow you? And what type of content you share? So let me break this down for you, right? When I say, do you serve a purpose and why people should follow you, I'm saying, are you posting vicariously, or is it in alignment with your brand, right? For example, I'm just going to call someone out from who's watching this live. I'm going to use Vavi, for example. Vavi is a life coach, and she does sound baths. She does so many things. If Vavi was to post a cooking video, I wouldn't say it would be wrong. I would question what she's actually doing and what her brand really is. And I'm not saying if she posted one time. I'm saying if she just posts randomly that, right? Do you notice any difference from when you do it real time versus when it's scheduled? That's a great question, Jessica. That is a really great question. Yes, I notice a major difference. So this can go one or two ways. For me, I've noticed that when I post in real time, at the most active times, I get a better response from my videos. I've noticed that when I schedule my posts, I don't get as much views, I don't get as much engagement, and it kind of gets lost in the algorithm. Now, this can be a little tough for people because not everybody has time to post in real time. So if you are someone who has a busy lifestyle, or let's say you work a 9 to 5 and you just don't have the capacity to post at the active times, well, utilize the scheduled post to your best advantage is what I'm trying to say. I had made a post on Facebook a few weeks ago, and I had mentioned something about why is it that when I schedule a post on Facebook for a certain time, it automatically posts on my Instagram at the time that I scheduled it. Now, this is for my personal page because there is a difference. You can have a personal Facebook page and you can have a business Facebook page. You would think that the difference is obvious, but it's really not. There's different capabilities in these type of pages. So on my personal page, which is what I'm on live right now, I have certain limitations that a business page would not have, right? So if I'm about to post a reel or I want to schedule that reel, you know how it has that setting where you can automatically post to other social media platforms, and it's only Instagram, I believe. But when you have that setting, and let's say you choose post to Instagram, your post will only be scheduled on Facebook. It will not be scheduled on Instagram. Now, if I was to do the same thing from my business page, Octavia Darling, or like my Pretty Align page or any kind of business page, if I was to schedule a post, you have the capability to post on Facebook at a certain time, and you can choose a different time for Instagram. So that's the difference, and that's very tricky. So keep that in mind. If you're scheduling posts on Facebook, it's a hit or miss. It really just depends on what you're actually posting, I would say, and you would really have to track your analytics to see if you get more engagement when you schedule posts or when you post live. So I would say track your analytics for at least 30 days to really see the results of that. As far as the type of content, now there's 3 different types of content. No, it's 4, but it's 3. I'm going to share the last one because it's kind of new, right? There is educational content. There is entertainment, and there is evergreen. Now, if you know what each of those content pillars mean, comment it in the comment section. I want to see if you guys really have a good understanding of that. I'm ready for a content strategy session with you. Yes, I love a good content strategy session. We could do it virtually or we could do it in person. You let me know what works best for you. So yes, there's educational, there's evergreen, there's entertainment. Educational content is the how-tos, the tutorials, right? You guys see me post lock tutorials all the time. That falls under that category. And the thing about educational content is that it always solves a problem. So what does that mean? People are always going to watch that video. People are always going to find that video. And that type of video is going to constantly circulate in the algorithm. Yes, Ashley, I'm here for the content strategy sessions. So I'm going to say that again, y'all. Educational content, that's tutorials, that's how-tos. So think about your brand. Think about what you offer. Think about who you are targeting. Does educational content align with your brand? Entertainment content is the type of content that touches on emotional triggers, pain points, right? How many of you get on social media when you need a laugh? Oh, I just need a laugh right now. I had a rough day. I'm ready to laugh. Or you get on there and you see, let's say, relationship content. Maybe you're at a point right now in your relationship, you're like, oh, I just really love my partner so much. And then you see other couples who are just so in love and it just inspires you, right? That type of content is going to always circulate as well because people are driven by their emotions. So then ask yourself, how or does entertainment content align with my brand? And then there's evergreen. Does anyone know what evergreen content means? Does anyone? Comment it down below if you know what evergreen content is. And also, y'all, keep sharing this live. I want to make sure I get more people in here so they don't miss these gems. So evergreen content is the type of content that people will always find. It's the type of content that will always solve a problem that someone will always have. Think about that. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I've been a YouTuber for going on 5 years now. And a lot of the content that I've posted on YouTube is either educational or evergreen content. An example of evergreen content is how to retwist your locks. Now, you see how that's a combination of both educational and evergreen? Someone who's starting their lock journey is always going to look for some kind of step-by-step tutorial on how to twist their locks, right? So when it comes to your brand, I want you to ask yourself, what type of evergreen content can I share that can always circulate in the algorithm? What is a problem that someone will always have that I can solve? Have you ever been on Google and you type in a question? Let's use this for example. Let's say you're trying to learn how to do something. Let's say how to edit a picture in Lightroom. You go to Google, you type it in. What usually pops up? Videos on how to edit pictures in Lightroom, right? They have different articles and things, but the top results are always going to be videos. Those are evergreen styles of content. So when it comes to defining who you are here to help as far as your content, these are the 3 questions I want you to consider. Who's your target audience? What problem are you solving? And what are you providing to your audience? Because the last thing you want to do, speaking from experience, is to create brand confusion. Brand confusion comes from confused content, and that creates a confused audience. If you have a confused audience, then why would they buy from you? Why would they trust anything that you have to offer them? If you lack consistency, clarity, and trust, why would your audience gravitate to you? So you don't want to create brand confusion. You want to be very clear about who you are, what you offer, and how that aligns with your brand. Truth number 2, you're creating for approval, not impact. How many of you guys have found yourself at one point posting content that makes you play safe, right? Because you're afraid of who might see it. That used to be me. I used to feel limited, so very limited on Facebook, because Facebook is a community type of social media platform, right? The type of followers and friends that you have on Facebook are people who know you. They watched you grow up, or it's people that you actually know in real life, right? So what happens when you grow up and you evolve and you're not the same person that they used to know? Then you have followers who are not your target audience. And then you wonder why your videos aren't being watched. Why are your views low? Why isn't nobody engaging with your content? It's because they're not your audience. Now, speaking from personal experience, I had to learn the hard way. It was either going to be them or it was going to be me. And I'm going to choose me every single time. So what does that mean? I had to give them the boot. I took out time. There was 1 week I dedicated an entire week, and I went through all of my Facebook friends. And I said, who does not belong here? Who is taking up space? Because not everybody supports you. Some people watch you just to judge you, not to support you. And I don't know about you, but I don't need those kind of people in my environment, right? I don't need that. I'm here for a purpose. I am a content creator. This is my job, right? I make money doing stuff like this. So if you're here and you're watching and you're not engaging and you're not supporting, but you're judging, you got to go. If the type of content that I post does not connect with you, then you're not my audience. And guess what? There's no love lost. I can kick it with you in person. I can speak to you when I see you at the store. But you're not my audience. So you don't need to be on my Facebook. You don't need to be a follower. I don't need you here. And that's love. And that's real. This goes to your mindset. Are you here to run a business? What is your purpose? Are you posting just to post? Or are you trying to become monetized? Are you using this as another stream of income? Or what is your purpose? If your purpose is to treat this like a business, then you have to get real with who your customers are. You got to get clear on who you're targeting. So keep that in mind. Some people, they follow trends without intention. What does that mean? You know how TikTok always have something trending? It's either a sound, it's either a dance or something like that. You come across different people pages who follows the trends, but what do you actually do? I'm not judging. I'm just really putting that question out there. What do you actually do? What do you offer? There's nothing wrong with following trends as long as you know how to connect the dots. How could you make this personable to where it aligns with your brand and what you offer, right? And then another thing, your audience can feel when you're unsure and when you don't trust yourself. Your audience can feel when you lack confidence. And if you're lacking confidence, again, why would someone trust you, follow you, or buy from you? These are things to consider. So when you're creating content, think of your mindset. Think of what you're actually offering. What are you trying to gain from this video that you're posting or this status? What are you trying to gain? If you guys really pay attention to my content, you see I post some of the same things. It's either going to be related to beauty, lifestyle, or fitness. Why? Because those are my 3 content pillars. Beauty, lifestyle, fitness. Rarely would you see me posting about anything else, right? Rarely, because I know who I'm targeting. And so whenever I post anything related to that, I make sure that I'm showing up authentically and I'm making sure that what I'm posting solves a problem or connects with my audience. The last truth, you're focused on views instead of value. How many of y'all have been obsessed over the numbers? This used to be me. I like to call myself out on stuff. This used to be me, y'all. I remember back in 2021, 2022, I was so obsessed with becoming monetized on YouTube. I was watching my social media analytics like a hawk. I got this many watch hours. I'm so close, but I'm not there yet. It got to a point where I was exhausting myself because the obsession was draining. It was ridiculous. And guess what? It was taking away my spark because I'm a creator first. Everything else comes after that. So at the end of the day, if I love what I do, which is filming, taking pictures, editing, right? If I love doing those things, I'm an artist first, then it really shouldn't matter about the numbers, right? Here's where my shift came and when it came. Last year, February, I got fed up with being obsessed over views and just the numbers and not reaching my monetization goals. And what I ended up doing was putting myself up to a challenge. I decided to post for 100 days straight on YouTube. I'm not saying this is something you should do. I'm just sharing my story. I posted for 100 days straight on YouTube. Okay? It was my video diary series. And the reason why I did this is because I wanted to prove to myself that it doesn't matter how many people watch it. It doesn't matter what I gain from it. What matters is that I love to film. I love to edit. And if I love to do those things, then anything else that comes from it is an addition to that. And guess what, y'all? On my 99th video for my video diary series, it went viral. And a week later, I officially became monetized on YouTube. So my mindset shift had to come from stop focusing on the things that didn't serve me. And what wasn't serving me was being obsessed with the numbers. See, some of y'all will see that there's a video that has 50,000 views and you immediately think, oh my God, this person makes a lot of money. Wrong. You can have 50,000 views. You can have 1 million views. But that's not what equates to dollars. What equates to dollars is the watch time. That 50,000 views came from a 1-minute video, but your watch time is only an average of 5 seconds. This is a math problem for you. So if you have a 1-minute video and the average watch time is 5 seconds, what does that mean? People clicked on your video and then they clicked off. Why did they click off? Because your video did not have a hook that kept them watching. This is about being intentional. This is about being mindful. This is about having a strategy. With whatever you post on social media, depending on what your goal is, you should always be intentional about how you are navigating and creating the video. How are you going to hook the audience so that they can watch all the way to the end? Let's use this live, for example. I told you guys from the beginning what this live is about. I said during this live, we're going to talk about why your content isn't growing. So the people that's watching right now, that's tuned in, are interested in that topic. See? So you want to be very mindful of that. People these days, they have a short attention span. So whatever you create and whatever you spend your time creating, make sure you're not wasting not only your time, but their time. It's helpful to have a strategy. What do you want to leave your audience with? What do you want them to gain from this? And then lastly, stop posting to only go viral. Don't do it to yourself, y'all. Don't do it. People strive to go viral. That's all fun. But can you sustain it when it actually happens? Can you sustain it? I have videos right now on the Lemon8 app that's going viral. It has been going viral for the past 2 weeks. Lock videos. It's going viral. That's cool. I love it. I'm very grateful for it. But can I sustain it? How do I keep the new followers there? What should I post more of, right? And I'm using this as an example. I already have my strategy, but just an example. If you post to only go viral, then your content isn't going to have the substance that is required. I have 2 mindset shifts that I'm going to share with you that I personally experienced that hopefully this helps you as well. The first mindset shift is I had to learn how to focus on clarity first and then consistency. Because there was a point in time that I was so focused on being consistent with posting that I lacked the creativity, I lacked the interest, and I ended up being burnt out every single time. You don't want to focus on the consistency first because I can post every day, but if what I'm posting lacks value, then what's the point? But if I'm clear about what I'm posting, hence having a strategy, then I know that it's going to go far. I know that I am fulfilling a purpose. I'm solving a problem, right? The second mindset shift is I had to learn how to show up authentically. Sometimes social media can be a little freakish where you're like, oh gosh, I don't know if I want to do this, if I want to post a video. And honestly, that's one of the main reasons that people don't stay consistent on posting, because you have this fear of either being seen or being judged, or you just don't really know how to be your authentic self. You don't know how to allow your authenticity to translate through your content. And I will say this, when I stopped focusing on who liked my content and started showing up authentically, that's when everything changed for me. Right now, the way y'all see me, this is who I am. This is not an act. This is Octavia, right? The same way I'm talking to y'all is the same way I speak to my friends, the same way I speak to my family, anybody. When you meet me, I am the same, right? I am authentic. And that's because I know who I am. I love who I am. I am confident in who I am. Because I trust myself, I know that's going to translate over into my content. When I create content, I don't create it like a job. Oh, thank you for the stars, Benji. Thank you for joining. You're so sweet. When I create content, I create it for fun. I get paid from it, which is beautiful. That's just a perk. But I create it for fun. Why? Because I like to document my life. I like to show y'all what I'm doing in my hair. I like to show y'all what I'm doing in my skin routine. I like to show y'all when I'm working out because it's helpful for me. And if I can help myself, that means I can help someone else. So be clear and also show up authentically. Okay? If any of you need help with creating a content strategy, I want you guys to shoot me a DM when I'm done with this live. Don't leave the live yet, but shoot me a DM because I want to help you. I genuinely want to help. So because I'm a brand coach, it wouldn't be right if I did not leave y'all with a assignment for this week. So if you have your notes by you, I want you to write this down. I have a few questions I want you guys to answer. And then when we connect next Sunday for the Alignment Power Hour, I want you guys to share with me what your answers are. So here's the actionable steps I want you to take. Define your content identity by answering these 3 questions. Who do I help? What do I help them with? And what transformation do I provide? Who do I help? What do I help them with? And what transformation do I provide? This is going to tremendously help you all shift your mindset. It's going to help you shift your mindset and become very clear about the purpose that you serve, the problem that you solve, and the people that you're targeting, right? I'll give you an example. Here's my brand mission statement. I help creatives align with their purpose and create authentic brands. It's one sentence. I'm telling you who I help. I'm telling you what I help them with. And I'm telling you the transformation that I provide. I help creatives align with their purpose and create authentic brands. I'm doing this live because I want to reach so many creatives. Those of you that's joining, y'all creatives in some way, shape, or form. I want to help people like you align with your purpose and help you create authentic brands. I love y'all. I'm so excited. This is so much fun. What? Y'all just showing so much love with the stars. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. If you have been enjoying this live, in the comment section, type aligned. A few things. If you're not already following the Pretty Aligned podcast, we are on YouTube. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio. I could listen to you talk all day, Tay. I love your voice. Well, how timely is that, LG? How timely is that? You can listen to my voice all you want to when you tune into my podcast. I love y'all. The align. Yes, come on, y'all. I love it. All right. So I'm going to hop off because I need to prepare for Vavi's Soul Sessions. You guys, Vavi Solomon, she's a life coach. She does sound healing. And every Sunday she is doing sound baths and sound healing sessions called Soul Sessions. She has a specific link that I hope that she posts either in this live or you can go to her page. But I joined it for the first time last week and y'all, it was beautiful. It healed my mind, body, and soul. I was literally just sitting in a meditative state and I'm yes, this is what I need. So her Soul Sessions begins at 6:30 p.m. and it's through Zoom, if I remember correctly. Vavi, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's through Zoom. But I'll make sure I share her post when I end this live because I really want y'all to tune in because Vavi, she's just a profound person and her soul sessions just help you reset, regroup, and just create your intentions for the week. So make sure you guys slide on over there. It starts at 6:30 p.m. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're going to keep this going. on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. You guys can tune in to the Alignment Power Hour. Next week, we're going to be talking about social media analytics. I'm going to break it down for y'all. I'm going to break it down to where when you walk away from that live, you're going to understand it. Anybody can ask you questions and you're going to end up teaching other people. Because once you get an understanding about social media analytics, you're going to look at social media from a different point of view. If you have a goal to become monetized on social media, shoot me a DM. If you have whatever questions you have about social media analytics that you want to learn more about, shoot me a DM. I will engage with you guys and answer your questions in next week's live. I love y'all. Have a good evening, and I hope to see you in Soul Sessions. Thank you for joining.